Shell Suriname die blijft investeren in de gezondheidszorg in Suriname. Na hun donatie gisteren aan het Zwaans Hospitaal hebben zij dan gedoneerd nu aan het Bureau voor Openbare Gezondheidszorg. En er zijn er wat units van waaruit het COVID-werk wordt gedaan. Dat hebben zij dan nu gedoneerd aan het Bureau voor Openbare Gezondheidszorg. De feestelijke opening die werd er hedenmiddag gedaan bij het Bureau voor Openbare Gezondheidszorg. Hieraan voorafgaand zijn er speeches geweest. Wij voeren nu naar het volgende verslag.
Vanaf COVID er was, vanaf het begon, hebben we heel goede ondersteuning gehad van het bedrijfsleven. Daarbij speelde Sufosu een heel belangrijke rol. Dave was net als een soort middelman en hij was in contact niet alleen met Sufosu, maar ook met andere bedrijven. En zo is ook dit idee ontstaan voor het opzetten van de Werkcabine. Dat was het contact tussen meneer Dave en meneer Mike. En toen zijn we op het idee gekomen om dit te hebben. COVID heeft ons, we hebben veel vrienden gemaakt. Er zijn ook negatieve dingen geweest, maar we weten er zeker van. Dus vanuit het bureau kunnen we dat zeggen zonder de hulp van het bedrijfsleven. En ook particulier als ook individuen die zijn geholpen. Zouden we eigenlijk de respons kunnen hebben die we hebben gehad. COVID heeft alles overtroffen. Het heeft ons allemaal verrast. Het is nog niet weg, we weten dat het nog niet weg is. Binnen het COVID gebeuren was 178 en later ook toen BioG begon te swabben. Het swabben op het BioG, want wij gingen de meeste mensen swabben. En we hebben piekmomenten gehad waarbij we eigenlijk bijna 1100 mensen per dag hebben geswabt. En andere instanties gingen ook swabben, maar de meeste kwamen naar BioG. En 178 was belangrijk. Vooral in het begin, kijk in het begin met COVID was er weer paniek. Dan wat er ook was, mensen waren bang. En het was er heel gedoe om de mensen te bellen, de resultaten doorgeven, want op dat moment hadden we geen sneltesten. Het was PCR en PCR was 1 of 2 dagen daarna resultaten. Dus iedereen moest gebeld worden en daarbij was het 178 meldkamer erg belangrijk. Vandaar dat we heel blij waren toen we het gesprek hebben gehad, Dave en met Mike en mijn persoon, dat er mogelijkheid is voor de huisvesting van 178 op het BioG-terrein. Want daarvoor moest de BioG meldkamer naar Rode Kruis, daarna naar Teleperformance. We zijn blij dat ze ons willen hebben daar. Maar op een gegeven moment moesten we terug. En daarvoor moesten we wel de faciliteiten hebben. In het, we denken dit gebouw, er was al personeel hierin. Na het afbranden van het gebouw aan de overkant, moest iedereen een plek vinden voor ieder hier. Alle diensten moesten normaal draaien. Dat is ons redelijk gelukt. Alleen telefoonfaciliteiten, internetfaciliteiten, onze centrale was aan de overkant en dat is alles ook afgebrand. Dus dat moeten we nog kijken hoe we dat kunnen optimaliseren. Maar dat we ruimte hebben gehad, vooral voor 178 en het swabben in deze cabins was welkom dat we niet hadden. En gelukkig, dankzij Shell, we danken Shell heel veel met Sufosu. Want Shell zou een deel doen en een ander deel door Sufosu. We zijn heel blij met deze gesten en we kijken uit naar, zoals Dave altijd zegt, er zijn veel meer mogelijkheden om met het bedrijfsleven te werken. We zijn in contact in conclave met elkaar om te kijken hoe ze het BioG verder kunnen ondersteunen. Ik dank ieder en laten we zo doorgaan. En we hebben een soort relatie opgebouwd met het bedrijfsleven. Het BioG wil dat wel behouden, want we gaan ze nodig hebben.
On behalf of the board of directors, staff, personnel, and most important, the patients, we like to express gratitude to Shell Suriname Company for donating the following medical items to het Mungra Medisch Centrum. 2 suction pumps, 2 monitors, including all accessoires, and 2 defibrillator, including all accessoires. We all know that many hospitals, including MMC, are now experiencing financial hardships. Donations such as yours are highly appreciated. MMC is the only hospital in Western Suriname responsible for the healthcare of Nikeri, Wageningen, Koroni, Kabalebo, and Wayambo area. The social and medical pressure that rests on MMC as a result is not always sustainable. We hope that this donation inspires other local and international companies to lend a helping hand to hospitals in Suriname, so we can keep on providing quality care to the public. We would also like to thank all stakeholders in this donation, including biomedical systems and Mr. Rizzo Mardono. Heb ik het goed gezegd, meneer Mike? For their important contribution. Once again, thank you, Grantang.
This is an important project which played a key role in the response in Suriname to COVID-19. As you may know, Shell has been in Suriname for quite some time now. We actually re-entered the offshore exploration in December 2020 when we took over the interests of Cosmos Energy in Block 42, where we're operators, and then in December 2021 we further expanded into the shallow water, and that was in Block 5 in partnership with Chevron and Staatsolie. Of course, at the time when we entered or re-entered Suriname, the pandemic was upon us. It was really the most significant health crisis in many decades. It's now approaching 3 years since COVID-19 gripped the world, and I think the memories are still raw and painful for many of us, and the effects of the pandemic still lasting. But today is a good day. I think it's important to recognize that the World Health Organization only 2 weeks ago recognized that the we're approaching the finishing line of the pandemic. And I think today here we're here to celebrate the partnership between Widjai and Shell and the role that that played in bringing Suriname to the end of its pandemic. So first of all, with regards to the Widjai project, in 2021 the Widjai approached Shell to assist help them in accommodating the COVID-19 call center and also the epidemiological department. We were disheartened to hear at the time that this was because a fire had destroyed the previous facilities. We understood the urgency of those requests, and as part of our commitment to supporting health and development in Suriname, we were very pleased to quickly incorporate that into our social investment strategy. We also heard earlier this week, in fact yesterday, we were at the launch of some neonatal equipment, an incubator and resuscitator, which were provided to Slans Hospital, which would help newborns affected by heart, lung and other complications. And I think that the Mungra Medical Center is the third project, which was a project in the Keri district, and they requested a suite of medical equipment to help there in that respect. And we very thank the representative for having travelled so far today, 4 hours to be here with us today. So thank you for that. Our social investment reflects Shell's commitment to contributing to the socio-economic development of Suriname, but I think it's important to say also that it's not just healthcare in which we're focusing social investment. There's actually 3 themes which we're currently working on. One of them is science, technology, engineering and maths, so that's STEM education. The second one is enterprise development, and the third one is biodiversity and conservation. We've currently got a number of projects that are ongoing in Paramaribo, Coroni, Saramacca, Gaknaze, and a number of projects under these 3 themes. But today we're here for the health projects, and I think it's important to recognize that this type of project is only really possible through very close collaborations and partnerships. I'd therefore like to thank the Director of Public Health, whose advocacy really played a key role in making these projects possible, and also to the hardworking team involved. I'd also like to extend our very sincere thanks to our partners in the block Chevron and Hess, and our partners Staatsolie and the Staatsolie Hydrocarbon Institute. I'd also like to recognise the contribution made by Suversu, which supported the utilities connection to make these water cabins connected up, and for delivering that connection for us, by Medical for providing the services which were so critically important, and of course Widjai and the Mungra Medical Center for their efforts in managing the projects.
The pandemic in 2019 sort of looked to the local business community, and they joined forces to provide financial and technical support to the healthcare institutions and to their first line defense. This in order to mitigate the COVID-19 in Suriname. The FISB, Suriname Trade and Industry Association, was tasked to manage and administer the FISB COVID-19 Support Fund since the outbreak in March 2020. Over $10 million in funds and goods have been collected and distributed to the health sector, again in support of the fight against COVID-19. Also at the time, it must be important to note that there was not only a COVID outbreak, but Suriname was in a severe economic and financial crisis, and the health sector was struggling. Through the Suriname COVID Fund, we realized improving physical infrastructure, oxygen installations, ICT infrastructure, procured medical supplies, consumables, personal protective equipment, and we mobilized healthcare human resources. This project that we're commissioning today is one of the last projects. On June 30th of June, BOK, our main public health institute tasked with the fight against COVID, was hit with a disaster. Fire broke out and devastated their whole building with various crucial departments, including the COVID-19 call center. Shell stepped up and made funds available to procure and install the new office, so BOK and specifically the call center 178 could have a new home. Suriname partnered with Shell and funded approximately $20,000 US for parts of the cabin, foundation work, power, roofing, etc., all to make this new building operational for BOK. Suriname would like to thank Shell for their generous gesture and partner to get BOK back on its feet after the devastating fire. We would also like to thank Mr. Ori, Team BOK, and the BOK management team, doctors, nurses, and other health workers for their effort and dedication the last couple of years. They were challenging times, but together we have overcome and we have grown together. We thank you and wish you all success and good health.